On a hot summer's day, there's nothing better than a crisp, soapy fragrance that keeps you smelling fresh and clean all day long. These are some of my favourite soapy fragrances. So hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Luke and here on this channel I talk about designer, vintage, affordable fragrances. I do it in a bit of an unconventional way, so my content is not for everyone, but if you like this style of content, please give this video a like and hit that subscribe button to support my channel. Thank you very much. In today's video, I want to talk about soapy fragrances. So what we usually refer to as soapy is a combination of clean and fresh notes, often aldehydes, certain florals, especially white florals. Citrusy scents can be soapy too, but keep in mind that soapy is not officially a main accord, so you won't find it on Fragrantica if you look up a fragrance. In fact, it's very subjective. So let's start with the big guns, shall we? The first one on the list is definitely Chanel No. 5. This is the most gorgeous soapy scent ever. But it's also dry and animalic and mossy and a bit sexy. So, opposites attract each other. Let's just leave it at that. Chanel No. 5 is one of those fragrances that are simply timeless, iconic. The jasmine in this has a very indolic vibe, but the aldehydes make this fragrance soapy and it really smells like a bar of soap. And as a matter of fact, I did buy a Chanel No. 5 bar of soap and it smells absolutely divine. It's very strongly scented and you don't have to use a lot because it's that strongly scented, and you can leave it in your wardrobe. It will absolutely scent your entire wardrobe. But Chanel No. 5 is one of the most gorgeous soapy fragrances ever created. It's an abstract masterpiece of a fragrance. I have a full review of the vintage Parfum version, this one right here. This is the Parfum, the best concentration of No. 5. And if you wish to check out my video, I'll leave the link down below. The next fragrance that I want to show you is Cassandra from Jeanne. And this is actually just a cheap knockoff of Chanel No. 5. Yes, that's exactly what it is. It's nowhere near as expensive as Chanel No. 5. It doesn't smell as expensive as bougie. Definitely not. But it's still a very nice, powdery, soapy scent that I like to wear to bed actually. And this was gifted to me by a very good friend of mine. So that's Jeanne Cassandra. And let's move on to the next one. This is also, if Chanel No. 5 didn't exist, this one would be the queen of soapy fragrances. This fragrance is, I used to have it in my collection. I don't have it anymore because it just didn't work on my skin. But it's one of the best soapy scents. If you like to smell like a bar of soap, like a bar of vintage rose-scented soap from the 70s, then, white linen is a must try. And let me tell you something. This is absolutely nuclear. This fills a room. This scent follows you around all day. This sticks to your skin like glue. You won't get it off. This is absolutely nuclear. And it's a very fresh and clean, aldehydic, crisp floral with a hint of oak moss in the base. And it's a Sophia Groisman creation. So if you wish to hear me talk about this fragrance a bit more, I have a video on Sophia Groisman's perfumes. I have a few more Groisman fragrances now, so I should probably do an updated video, shouldn't I? But let me tell you something, white linen is truly an amazing soapy fragrance. So if you like soapy fragrances, you might like this one, but please test it first because the aldehydes are absolutely in your face, overpowering. This is just a chemical explosion. When you spray this on, it's a nuclear explosion. So you might not like it. To be honest with you, I can't wear this fragrance anymore. No, this is too aldehydic for me. So I unfortunately decided to declutter this one, but I do still own the next fragrance I'm going to talk about, which is Noa by Cacharel. And this is a musky floral, but it also has a fresh and clean soapy vibe. And As a matter of fact, I'm wearing it today. It's 25 degrees right now, Celsius, and this just feels like the perfect fragrance for a hot day. And yes, 25 degrees is hot in my book. Anything over 22 is hot. Anything over 30 is blazing hot, sweltering. I just want to die. I could never live in a tropical climate, but I digress. We have to talk about this fragrance. This is Noa from Cacharel. It's musky, fresh, clean. It has this ethereal vibe. It's very musky, and when it dries down, it becomes slightly acidic, but it's the type of acidity that keeps you cool, if that makes any sense. It's one of those fragrances that will keep you cool, and this, despite being a light, fresh and clean, musky fragrance, this does last a very long time on my skin, around 10 to 15 hours even, and on clothes even longer. So I only need about 10 sprays, but it's the kind of fragrance that you can also overspray. If you do 30 sprays of this one, it will be the same as 10 sprays. I did that before, the sillage doesn't really intensify when you overspray this one, and people on Reddit are calling me crazy for spraying my fragrances. Even 6 times is crazy to them, but I honestly don't care. I'm going to spray 60 times if I want to. So to all the haters out there, sniff your fingers and you've got bigger fish to fry. That's all I'm going to say. If you know, you know. I didn't plan on including this one because when I first smelled this one, it was a vanilla scent to me. It didn't really smell soapy. But now that I've had it for a while, I can really get that soapy aldehydic feel in the opening. It does go away, and you're left with a nice creamy vanilla scent. Kind of vintage, I'm not going to lie. This is your vintage vanilla. This is your old school, slightly plasticky, sweet, almost gourmand vanilla, but it does have a musky, floral freshness to it. And as the name suggests, Le Bain, it smells like a bubble bath. It does. This smells like vanilla scented soap. Here I've got another iconic soapy scent, and this is Jovan Musk. This is from the 70s, and this is nothing else but a very clean, musky fragrance. Some people find it animalic, I don't. This is the newest Musk Oil reiteration of the classic fragrance. This is not the original cologne from the 70s. This is the Musk Oil, but to my nose this smells exactly like Jovan Musk, and Jovan Musk is a fragrance that I've always liked. It's a clean, fresh, soapy, musky fragrance. I can't really tell you whether this smells old-fashioned or not because, a soapy, musky smell will always be on trend. This is not something that can go out of style, but I guess for some people this might be a bit too old-fashioned. So test it before you buy it. I picked this one up for €5. This is so affordable, you can't even imagine. So that's Jovan Musk from Jovan, obviously. Moving on, we've got another iconic, classic, soapy floral. This one has a hint of oak moss, but it's also very soapy. And the fragrance in question is none other than Anais by Cacharel. Yes, Anais by Cacharel. I do also speak French, by the way, and I know it's supposed to be pronounced Anais from Cacharel. So don't lecture me in the comments. But let me tell you about this fragrance. I got this a few years ago at the airport, and this has always been one that I kind of reach for in the spring and summer because it's a very cold, austere 70s white floral, very soapy, very green, very dry. This has almost this fragrance is devoid of any sweetness. So if you like a green soapy floral, try this one. But if you don't, you will probably recoil in horror when you smell this, and you're going to label it as old-fashioned, old lady fragrance. I've had it all, and honestly, it just shows a lack of education, bashing vintage fragrances as smelling dated and granny and old lady. It's not a vibe, and if I see it in my comments, I just delete the comment and block that person, because we don't need that kind of negativity on this channel. This channel is a happy place. People in my comments are very supportive. Some of them have actually become my friends. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave me a comment down below, give this video a like, and make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you in one of my next videos. Bye.